Hi guys, it's Katie from Created by Katie, and I'm here today with a fun little project for you. I thought these little K-cup holders may be a fun little thing for you to give, especially now that back to school. Maybe this would be a good teacher gift or something for the other moms you know that have kids going back to school. Just a fun little gift for the first day of school. Or this could be a fun little project to make anytime, but I wanted to share with you today how I created this. I found this printable, and it looks like it's from the Cat's Pajamas, and I'll put a link to this on my blog so that you can find this and download it, but I'm going to show you how I did it without cutting this out and measuring anything. So the first thing that I did was cut down, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Okay, the first thing that I did was cut down this Glacier cardstock to 10 inches by 7 inches. And when you have it cut to that length, you're going to score it. Seems to be the simplest way is to just score it, either if you have a scoreboard like this or if you have a scoring blade on your trimmer. The first score line you're going to want to make is at 1.5 inches, and then the second one is at 5.5 inches. So that is going to give you the middle part of your little holder. Then when you flip it over, now I had marked the first two, but I didn't mark these, but like I said, I will have the printable linked on my blog, but I will also put these measurements on my blog too. Now that we've flipped it the vertical way, you're going to score at 1/2 inch, so at 1/2 inch, and then every 2 inches. So the next one is going to be at 2.5 inches, and then 4.5 inches, and then 6.5 inches. So then you should have 3.5 inches left. Alright, so we've got all of our score marks. So I'll get that out of the way. And now I am going to cut some of the pieces out. Okay, just to show you, the ones that we are not going to need is these ones here. And then you're also going to cut on all of these outside lines. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera because that's not very fun to watch. Alright, so now we have all of our little flaps cut and the little extra pieces. I'm just going to go around and fold everything where we scored it, just to kind of get it all folded, and then that kind of gives you guys an idea also what your little box is going to look like. If you fold everything up, there you go, you have your little box. Now we're going to die cut some holes here, and then we're going to decorate it. And I don't have a 1.5 inch punch. I guess it's a 1 3/4 inch circles that you need to have. So I'm going to be using some Nestabilities dies, and I'm going to cut them out with my Big Shot. So when I put them into my Big Shot, and I will just show you guys quickly. This is the magnetic platform, so this is going to help me. It will just help hold the dies right onto the platform. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out the 2 holes. Okay, there we go. We have our little holes punched. Now, before I get to moving on, and I can see that I stamped that a little, or cut that a little bit crooked. I am using the So Many Smiles stamp set from Close to My Heart today. This is one of my favorites with the little circles. They're just so versatile for everything, and they're going to work today for the main focal image as well as stamping the background here. Now, you want to make sure that you're stamping the right part, because you don't want to stamp back here and then you don't see it. So I'm folding my box up this way, so I'm going to stamp right here. And I've already got one of my circles, and I'm going to use the Glacier ink just simply because I kind of want it to be the same as the background here. And I'm just randomly stamping my circles and stamping them off the cardstock a little bit. That just kind of gives a little bit of visual fun to your project when it kind of goes off of there like that. Okay, now we're ready to assemble this part. And the only sticky tape I could find in my stash is the super thin stuff, so it's gonna work. But this sticky tape is awesome. It really holds things very well. I just want to make sure though that I am sticking it close to the edge. If I stick it down here, it may have a tendency to kind of pull the top away, so I want to make sure that I've stuck it close to the edge. And I found that this works best if I lay it down and just kind of work with it. And I'm really just eyeballing it here to make sure that I kind of am a little bit low. Now I'm a little high. Having all kinds of fun with this, aren't I? How about we go right in between? There we go. So I've got that attached, and now I'm just going to attach these flaps with some sticky tape as well. And I think I just need one right here on the edge, and that will hold it. And on this end, on the edge, and that will hold it. Okay. All right. I think these are gonna be so fun. All right, there we go. So we have the basics of our little box, and now it's time to decorate it. Now, this area right here is gonna measure 2 inches by 4 inches. So when I'm cutting my paper to decorate the front, I want there to be a little bit of a edge of the Glacier cardstock. And then I want there to be a little bit of an edge of the white cardstock when I'm using the Zoe B&T papers. So if this is 2 by 4, then I would cut this to 1 3/4 by 3 3/4. That's just 1/4 of an inch difference, so it just gives a nice border. And then this one I did 1 1/2 by 3 1/2, and then I have a nice little border around that too as well. And I'm going to adhere that with my ATG gun. And there you go. See, have a nice little border around there. And I went ahead and I die cut these circles. Now, if you see on the front of the stamp set, it might be kind of hard. Down at the bottom, it tells you the inch, 1 1/2 inches, 1 1/2 inches. These are 3/4. What that coordinates with is the Cricut artistry. Well, this one goes with Art Philosophy Cricut cartridge. You could also use punches if you had a 1 1/2 inch punch, but the lines around here and the numbers on your stamp set means that it coordinates with a Cricut cartridge, and it always tells you at the top. I think that is just awesome. So I've cut these out, and I did the same thing. This one was 1.5 inches, and so then I did 1 3/4 inches on this slate cardstock, and I'm using the white cardstock, and I lost my, there we are. I lost my stamp. So I'm going to stamp the outer circle here, just like I did on this one, in the Glacier ink. And because these are clear, you can see through them and know where you're stamping. And then I'm going to use the Sorbet ink here. And I've got a smaller circle image that I'm going to stamp right in the middle of that one. And there you go. That's another awesome thing about this stamp set, is that they layer so well together like that. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is adhere. Yes, I'm going to adhere this to that. And then I need a sentiment. And so I am using the "You Are Fabulous." I thought that these might be fun to give to the secretaries at our school. I'm not sure if they have a Keurig. I know they don't have one at school, but maybe they have one at home. And I just thought that these would be kind of fun for the 2 secretaries. So I'm just stamping "You Are Fabulous." And I'm going to give it a little dovetail notch at the bottom. There we go. And I'm going to adhere that back underneath the circle. And I just put a little bit of adhesive right there. And I'm going to put that right there. And then, here's my foam tape. Or, yep, 3D foam tape. I'm just going to stick a little bit right here, and then just kind of pop that up. It just adds a little bit more dimension to the front and makes it kind of fun. And then I'm going to add some foam tape to the back of the circle so I can pop that up. Oh, flying away. Right there. There we go. I have a fun little thing for the front of this. And because of all the dimension and stuff, I don't think I'm going to be able to use my ATG gun, so I'm going to use this sticky tape. And I love this tape because you can just rip it off and stick it on your project. And obviously I've ran out of all of the wider stuff, and I wish that I would have known that earlier today when I was shopping. But I will get some more. And really this thin stuff works just fine. It just, sometimes the wider stuff has a little bit better hold. But this works perfectly. Alright, so I'm just going to stick this on the front of our little K-cup holder. And I have a couple of my favorite flavors. There you go. Super simple, very fun. This is a great little project, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that you make it. And if you do, let me know. I would love to come check out your version. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure that you subscribe for future videos and that you check out the blog post that coordinates with this video. Have a great day. Bye.